Hello everybody and welcome to 9 Speed. I'm Jack.
I'm Frank, and today we're going to be looking at a Volkswagen Beetle from 1955 and a 1963 356 Super 90.
Let's have a look a little bit closer.
Yeah.
So this is the Beetle. What's the story of this one, Frank?
So the story with this one is it's a 1955 oval window Beetle, so called because the rear window has an oval shape.
Yeah.
They stopped making them in 1957. This car is a California car that's kind of slightly Cal look.
Yeah.
So the uninitiated Cal look, the idea is lighter weight, although this one still has a lot of chrome, bigger engine, bigger brakes. So this one's got like a 1914cc engine, so it's shift and wheel-wood brake so it stops. So yeah, that's the story on that. 356 is pretty original. I mean, it's original in the sense that it doesn't have any modifications, but it had a restoration at some point or another in Italy, and the result of that is a typical Italian restoration. So right now we're in the Beetle, being followed by the 356. I love this car. It's got so much character. Because it's a little cute car. I mean, you'd see this thing on the road and you think, oh, it's just an old bug, you know? But in truth, with this big engine, I say big, it's a 1.9 litre engine, it does shift. It's just fun, it's quirky, it's a car that just makes you want to grin. But don't get me wrong, the 356 is great and all that, but if you're looking for a really quirky car, I think this is it. The suspension in this car has been uprated as well, so it properly moves around the corners. When you got the wheel-wood brakes, you know, so you're braking. There's something to be said for what they call resto mods, right? So restore cars that have been modified to actually work in the real world. Well, in this day and age anyway. Okay, the seats have no support in them whatsoever. I feel like I'm sitting on a mushroom. So when you're going around bends, you're really looking for a grab handle, which can only be this huge steering wheel. I love the interior in here, it's just really quirky. You know, it's all 1950s design. It's just fun. It's an absolute blast. And you know, it's a small car, especially by today's standards, but actually there's loads of room in here. There's just less gubbins. You know, there's less soundproofing and electronics and everything else. Makes the car weigh less as well. And yeah, it's a nice place to be. There's a lot of room in here. I mean, you've got loads of headroom, you know? And the rear seats are actually quite big. And you've got the front boot, obviously, because it's rear engine. We go into the corner, second gear. Oh, hang on. There we go. And yes, you can put luggage in the front, you can put luggage in the back, on the rear seats. It's a practical little car. And with German reliability, well, you're laughing. Especially considering this car is now 12 volts, so it's just a usable classic. The other car is just a bit antiquated. It just needs a bit of resto modding, a bit of TLC.
The 356 has surprised me. It's much better than I was expecting. I was thinking it was going to be something pretty much like a hopped up Beetle, but it feels much more than that. Suspension wise particularly, I'll be surprised if Frank's Beetle doesn't feel like a really skippy, horrible thing compared to this. The brakes don't inspire much confidence, but they kind of do the job. The steering is nice and feels something heavy. It's really slow, but as an old system would be. Now I'm starting to get the hang of it a little bit, and I'm starting to have fun. But I overall it's surprisingly good. Much better than I was expecting.
What do you think of the bug now?
So before I got it, I was expecting that I'd pretty much hate it. Yeah. I just thought, I won't like it. I like Beetles, but I just thought, this has got too much power and I won't handle it. It will just be scary. And the truth was actually somewhere in the middle. I do really like it. But when I got it here for the first time, I thought, wow, it's quite nice. It's quite nippy, it feels quite light, much lighter than the 356. It feels alright. It's the steering is a little bit quicker than this, I think. I don't know if it is or not. It feels like it's a little bit quicker. Maybe it's lighter, I don't know. But anyway, so I got a little bit confident, put my foot down a bit, and then as I went over that bridge, and came down the other side of the bridge, it literally just started wandering all over the road, which I presume is just the weight, front end going light, or I don't know what it was, but it literally, I thought it was going to chuck me into the hedge. So,
well, I think what it might well be is that with a lot of Beetles, especially if it's stars, as much as I don't like that word, they have like a narrow beam in front. You can see the wheels are a little bit more narrow. They're a bit more tucked in, so you get less stability at the front than you would get with 356 or star.
In terms of driving it fast and the speeds it's capable of, it's probably the scariest car I've driven.
I love the car. I think, what's called, both these cars have got bags of character, but the Beetle for me has got loads of character. But the Beetle for me has a lot of character. It's ridiculous. It's a tiny little bug with a silly fast engine, and it just makes me grin all the time. Whereas the 356, I don't know about you, but I found it much more civilized.
It feels like a car. I think that's the difference between the two.
Yeah.
I think, after I'd driven the bug and we did some more shots of the cameras, I got back into the 356 and I sat down in it and then drove it for the first minute and I thought, oh well, that's lovely, I'm back in the car.
What was interesting is, this has got a 1.9 litre engine. I was expecting it to trump this.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem
and in reality it doesn't at all. And it's not just in the turns, because in the turns, hands down, the 356 has got.
It's much more neutral in the front. This tends to plough on unless you go in, I was saying you have to go slow in, fast out, but it's more slow in, slow out with that one.
But this was something, but yeah. But no, the brakes in this are a lot better. You've got the Willwoods.
Yeah, the brakes are definitely
the gearbox is better because it's tighter. It's got that short shift kit. It's got a modern gearbox. But this car is surprisingly quick.
It is surprisingly good. Honestly, when I got in it, I was expecting it to be basically a warmed up Beetle.
Yeah.
And it's not.
No.
It's completely different.
No.
The suspension is miles better. You can feel it actually working, and the car just feels like a lot more now. I'm glad I've driven it. I really, really liked it.
Okay, which is the better car? Which car would you take?
I would definitely take the 356.
You would definitely take the 356.
And you would definitely take the Beetle?
I think I would take the Beetle.
Would you?
Because the 356 is a great, wonderful car, but in terms of quirkiness and silliness, which is what these cars are, quirky old cars, the Beetle's got bags of character. It's just so silly.
Yeah, no, the Beetle is quite clearly the idiot. Between the two cars. This one may be a little bit of a bore on occasion, but that is just a full-time idiot. I totally agree with you, and that makes it super lovable. So, I do honestly, I like them both. Thank you all for watching. Please make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, leave us loads of comments telling us which one you would personally pick.
356 every time.
Volkswagen Beetle Type 1, the original one.
Do you really want to do that to yourself? Do you want them to leave comments?
We'll see. Let's say they prefer the Beetle.
356 without doubt.